everyone. So I just put Weston for his nap today, and I'm sick. I have a cold, so excuse if I clear my throat or if I'm doing that, all that kind of gross stuff. It sucks when you're nursing and you can't take like a decongestant. So all I've been doing is like loading up on the water, on natural vitamin C, and all that good stuff. I wanted to do this video because on Sunday night, my birthday, I posted a Facebook status about Weston not sleeping well, and you know, why do I have to do certain things just to get this kid to sleep, and I wish that he would just fall asleep on his own, and blah blah blah. So you guys gave me some really awesome tips, and some of the things I already do. So what I wanted to do with this video is just kind of give you guys like a better idea of what sleeping and all that stuff and what we do, and be brutally honest with you guys, because I'd rather be honest than just like kind of sugarcoat things. Not that I do that anyways, but a lot of people make it seem like they do things perfectly when they really don't. So I figured I'd just let you guys in on exactly what happens every day and with the whole sleeping thing. At the very beginning, since Weston's been born, I have always nursed him to sleep. That's always what I've done. And from, I think it was a month and a half, we started to sleep with him in bed. He would take his naps in his bassinet and then his crib, but he always slept with us during the night, and it was fine. I was getting more sleep versus someone that probably doesn't do that, because I didn't have to get up every couple hours and nurse, and especially when you're nursing, you have to get up more. And I enjoyed it. I loved it. I still do really like it. It's something that only I can do, and it's kind of like a bonding thing that I have with him. We would do that from the very beginning, and I was always definitely nurse on demand with him, and up until maybe about a month ago, I was still doing that. So about 4 weeks ago, he started to not want to go to bed for anything and for anyone, and I'll give you in a bit, I'll give you like the schedule of how we actually do like our day-to-day things. But he just started to really be extra fussy when it came to go down to bed, and his routine never changed when it came to what we were doing prior to putting him to sleep. So I really didn't know what it was, and I know that kids like routine, so I really tried to make that happen in the very beginning with bath times. So what our routine is for the day, and I'm literally going to start from the morning. Wake up between 7:30 and 8:30. It's usually more on the 7:30 to 8 range. We get up. I will eat and have a coffee because he usually is nursing at around 7 o'clock in the morning. So I know that he doesn't need to eat, and just through trial and error, I have found out that he's not hungry when he first wakes up, unlike myself, because I've been nursing all freaking night. So I eat breakfast, and then I will make him eggs or whatever he's feeling that morning. Even though he can't tell me, I try to figure out like what did he not eat the day before and whatever. So he'll eat, then we'll play and maybe go for a walk, and then around 11 o'clock he'll have a nap. That's his first nap, and usually his only nap, and that's been for the last 4 or 5 months. We will do that, and then he'll have a nap, and he'll only nap for an hour, and that's how it's been for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So we'll do that, and then he'll get up, and we'll have lunch around 12:30. Then we'll go for a walk around 1 with my neighbor, or 1:30. We'll come home, and we play and play and play and play. We might have quiet time. I dance with him. He plays with his stuff. We'll read. All the basic things that you do with a young child, I guess. Around 6:30, my husband gets home, and we'll have dinner. And usually I will, like, in between lunch and dinner, he'll always have a snack. Rather it be maybe he'll nurse, or I would sit him down. He would have cheese and berries and crackers and fruit and stuff like that. So usually he might get cranky around 5, and that's when I would nurse him, but he wouldn't fall asleep. And I never wanted to put him to sleep at 5 o'clock because I thought that was going to screw up my whole nighttime, so I never did that. And usually he never slept. The only times he ever did that is if he might have not been feeling well, but for the most part he didn't actually ever fall asleep. And I would just make sure not to bring him into his room to put him down if I was doing it. So yeah, so my husband gets home, we all eat dinner together. I've made that something that's like, it has to happen. I can give him a snack before my husband comes home, but eating dinner, we all have to sit together. It's very important to me, it's very important to my husband. So we all eat together, and then we clean up, and then it's usually bath time. By the time my husband gets home, I set the table and all that kind of stuff. It's usually we eat 6:30, 6:45. We'll eat, and then one of us will clean up and one of us will give him a bath. My husband usually gives him the bath because it gives me time to just have time to myself. So I'll, clean up and stuff like that. So my husband will give him a bath. And I make sure to tell you this. We have been doing this for a long time. And this is kind of how it's been going up until Sunday night. So we give him a bath, we get him changed, and like I said, for a long time, we were just letting him get out of the thing, and then my husband was playing with him because my husband doesn't get any time with him. So my husband would play with him. I'm just going to call him Evan because that's his name. There's no point of me saying my husband because you guys know who my husband is. So Evan will play with him, I will play with him. I sometimes will do things like I'll take a shower, or I'll just kind of have like 15-20 minutes to myself. And then we do that for about half an hour, and then Evan we'll all go into the bedroom. I'll shut off all the lights out here. The only light that I keep on is the Christmas tree, just so that we have lights when we come out. And we'll just sit in his room. We'll read books, we'll sing songs, the lights will be dim in his room as well, and we'll just do that. So people had suggested doing that, and we do that. We've been doing that for a long time, but like I said, we always been doing the playtime after bath. So I will usually put him down between 8:30 and 9. I know that's a late for a lot of people, but that's what I've always noticed, that he was extra tired and he wanted to go down. But usually he wakes up within an hour, then he wakes up in another hour, and then I end up taking him to bed. Sometimes, which this has been happening frequently, is that he doesn't want to go down at 9, and he's sleepy, but he doesn't want to go down. He's fussy, really, really fussy, and I end up just taking him to bed with me, almost as if he's getting his way, right? Because he wants to sleep with us, and then he'll be out. But I can't leave the room because I don't have those rails on the side of my bed, and I know that he would fall off because my bed's pretty high, so I have to stay in the room, which kind of sucks. So I don't really get a break at night. It's just I'm, all day, and then all night. So I was like, something's got to give. He's really cranky. Let's try to move his bedtime up. So we tried to move it up to 8, but it was still happening. He was still really cranky. He was really hard to get down, and I just couldn't, I didn't know what else to do. So come Sunday night, I was like, you know what, let's just try. Let's give him his bath at 7 and try to put him down. He only gets 1 nap a day, and it's in the morning. The kid's probably exhausted. So we did that, and I had the whole fiasco from 7 to 9, and that was solely because I wasn't giving him the boob to fall back asleep. I'm sure if I gave him the boob, he probably would have been fine, but I didn't want to. I wanted him to realize that he can fall asleep without me, and we proven that that's not really the case. He's obviously dealing with, that whole anxiety separation thing, and he really wants me to do that. I'm fine to nurse him when he goes to bed, but I'm not okay to have to continually go in there and give him the boob, almost to soothe him, because he can't self-soothe himself. I don't know if that's a bad thing that I'm doing, but anyway, so that was crazy. And then he ended up waking up, I think 2 hours later, on Sunday night, and I ended up taking him to bed because that's when I started to feel sick. Last night, yesterday, same thing happened in the morning. Get up, have dinner, or have breakfast, blah, 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 blah. Everything went as normal. At about 5:30 though, he started to show signs of being sleepy. He was yawning, he was rubbing his eyes, he was wanting me to hold him a lot, and I was like, this is too early, but maybe I can stretch you to go to bed till 7. And I did. I ended up feeding him and he was fine. He played for a few minutes. My husband got home. We ate really quick. He had a bath, and by 7:15 I was putting him to bed. Prior to that, like 10 minutes before that, he started to get, which he used to do in the past, which I finally feel like I've clicked into why he was doing this. You know when you're really tired, like I remember the days when I used to go to the bar and I would go to the bar like Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday or Saturday night, I would be so exhausted from working and going to the bar, but I'd want to stay up and I get giddy. Everybody does this. You get giddy when you're really tired and you're almost hyper and you almost can't go to sleep, right? And they say this with children, right? That you don't let them get to that stage because then they're harder to get down. And I don't know why, but I just had this like, oh my God, he's doing what he always does. He's really hyper right now. Maybe he's overtired and maybe we should probably try to put him down. So I got him down, I put him in his crib, and he woke up. He was exhausted though. He kept yawning and he was crying. So I left the room and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let him cry for 10 minutes. Go in there 10 minutes, try again. Do that, go in there. No tears, just like he had on Sunday. There was no tears. So I knew he was just pissed. So I didn't nurse him. I bounced, got him to sleep, laid him down. He woke up. My husband was like, let me just try. Goes in there. He's able to put him down, no problem. I think because my husband doesn't have boobs, I think he just associates my husband with like, okay, this is what's happening. Like, I can't give you anything else, so you have to go to sleep. So he went to sleep, and that was awesome. He slept for an hour and a half. He woke up, but we probably could have left him in there. But my husband just quickly went in there, got him back to sleep, put him down, and then he woke up at 10:15. So that was good. He slept a little bit longer, woke up. My husband went in there. It was a little bit of a harder time getting him down, but he got him down. And then he woke up. I had just went to sleep. Stupid, I should have went to bed earlier. I just went to sleep and he woke up. And my husband rolled over and looked at me and he's like, I literally just fell asleep. I'm like, so did I. He's like, I don't know if I could do it. I'm like, I can't do it either. I literally was starting to feel like that really bad sick, like, oh God, like I can't even barely get out of bed. So he went and got him and brought him to bed. But what I wanted to say is that, and of course last night he didn't sleep well. So either he's fighting something just like I am or he's teething. I'm not really sure. But he pretty much nursed every hour last night. And when you're sick, trying to fight that, I just don't want to fight it. So what I'm trying to say is I think that I got this sleeping thing in terms of what time to get him down. Every day this week, I'm going to put him down no later than 7:30. That might just be what it is that he needs. He did wake up at 7 this morning, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather have an early sleep and an early wake up rather than a late sleep and an early wake up, you know what I mean? I'd rather have the time at night because I am a morning person, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, so that's what's going on, just so you guys kind of can understand what we're doing. Of course, I don't know, this could be a fluke that he did this last night, but I'm going to try it every night. I'm definitely not against letting him cry it out. I mean, of course, I let him cry for 10 minutes and I went in there and I was going to try to keep doing that. I give a lot of credit to parents that do. I'm pretty sure I've said to Kelly like 100 times, if you can do that, you got balls, because not because I'm weak or people that can't do it are weak, but it's a determination and I give in too much. And I don't know if that's a first time mom thing, I'm not really sure, but it's now getting to the point where I feel like I'm getting kind of abused. I don't think that Weston really looks at me as anything else but a pair of boobs, and I don't really want to be like that. And I know my husband doesn't want me to be like that either. So that is it. This is really long, I'm sorry. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys soon.